Hi, it's Wasabi, welcome back to the channel. Today's battle's on the Pilsen map and we've got Kirjiel from 50 Clan in the 50 TP. This is a tier 8 Polish premium heavy tank. Came out last year, I think, got the year before. It's got pretty decent frontal armour and a reasonable punching gun. He's platooning with a couple of his friends. It's got a 256 and a double barrel 703-2. There's a lot of premium tanks on this side, and actually on the other side as well. So, alright, people like the credit earning potentials, and the ability to create free EXP. Alright, so anyway, not promoting premium tanks as such, but obviously some of them are pretty good, and some consider overpowered. Alright, now we've found the Tech Tree double barrel tank, the IS-22. I should mention this is an all tier 8 battle, which is not as rare as you think. Anyway, he's found the VK there, should be able to go through the lower plate, no dramas. And looks like he's using his standard rounds there, which is good. Tier 8, you probably don't need too many premium rounds, apart from the really heavy tank frontal armour. And as they say, live by the sword, die by the sword. He's just got a sliver of the frontal armour of the VK, but more than likely half of his reticles covering the doorway, so it's a good chance that it won't even hit the target, which is what looks like happens there. But I think the VK's taking a bit of a risk though. Could also aim for his front sprocket to potentially go through that, and looks like that's what has happened. Just repairs his tracks though. And gets tracked again, and now he's showing his front plate, so both his sprocket and his front plate open, and Kirj goes for his front sprocket and gets the kill. So, first phase of the battle complete. Now it's just go to T56 crossing, not necessarily very cleverly. Just know that if you've been paying attention to the minimap, that the enemy is right there, he's right in front of everyone, and they're all coming out to take advantage of that. He's taking a lot of heat there, and in fact he's been tracked, so it goes down. And there's another Skoda T56 across there, but they pull back, and nice ammo rack there on the Skoda. But he's noticed the 703-2 there, so rather than going after the Skoda, because he would actually get exposed to the 703-2, decides to push on him and use the strength of his frontal armour potentially to deflect anything. In fact, if the 703 is fired, which it looks like he has, he won't be a target. So anyway, manages to track him in place, but he shoots his platoon mate, which is a bit unfortunate. Probably put a double barrel shot through, and maybe that's why he was waiting, and Kirjiel gets the kill on him in return. So the team balance is slightly in favour, certainly well in favour of his team in terms of guns in the game, but they've only got a relatively small hit point advantage, and just misses Dita's 03 crossing. No, he's found him. He should be able to put a shot into him, which he does. And he's only got 8 of his standard shells left, but he'll keep using them as long as they are useful. And instead of moving on the Utas, he gets taken out, so we can now concentrate on this Skoda T56. So it goes through him, gets the kill, but does take a hit. That's alright, that's the first damage he's taken, I think, so far in the game, so he's got plenty of hit points to play with. And he decides not to go straight forward like that IS-6 did, because there's obviously tanks at the back, TDs I should say, and in fact he's found the Borsig there. Will he get an outline? Yes, the problem with the replay mechanism at the moment, not necessarily showing outlines, but the Skoda gets taken out, but Kirj gets his share of the damage of that. So nearly 4k damage already, and we haven't quite completed 5 minutes in the game, but he'll just make it over 4k now with hit on this T28, goes through the commander's hatch without any dramas. Knowing where to aim obviously makes a big difference playing this game, where the weak spots are. See that nice hole in the cupola, and he goes through again, reduces him to a one shot, very short space of time, he's up to nearly 5k of damage. So the game is really ticking down. Takes a hit on his tracks. The T-28, however, gets taken out by T-28 prototype. And there's only 3 tanks left in the game, so not a whole lot of opportunity to get more hit points, but Kirjiel determined to try and finish on top here. The last 2 tanks left now, the G-Saw and the Centurion 1, both seen on the 0 line. And there is 1 tank defending down there. It's a tank destroyer, and obviously getting circled by the Centurion 1 and potentially the G-Saw. So he gets taken out. That's not going to change the result, and in fact this tank on cap that's not going to be disturbed, I don't think. I should have mentioned this is an encounter game, so only 1 cap circle. But nonetheless, the best thing it can give Kirj is the fact that it's got a longer cycle. Anyway, finds the G-Saw crossing, puts a nice big hit into him. Takes him down to 26 hit points. Is he going to go after him? That's a good question. The G-Saw quite a bit faster than the 50 TP. Looks like he's going to go after the Centurion 1 potentially. There's more hit points to gather. And the G-Saw looks like he's laying in wait. In fact, he tracks him, gets a hit in and a second hit. So now he did miss on the first one, so that looks like he's on reload now, which is good because it's a fairly long reload for the G-Saw. Kirj gets a hit on the Centurion. Is he going to get the kill? Well, the G-Saw's definitely down, not quite fast enough to chase this Centurion around, and he's quite exposed now, so I think, yeah, there he goes, gets taken out by the team. So that is the end of the game. So great game there from Kirjiel. Let's go and have a look at the detail of how that paid out. So another great result there from Kirjiel. You got the high caliber reward doing just under 6k of damage, getting 5.9k and another 764 of assisted damage there. Confederate reward for damaging tanks that got killed by his team, and of course the Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. 1563 base damage is a decent level of experience. Next best tank really dominated the damage there. Next best tank, none of them did over 2k, so it's a really good result. And on the enemy team, the G-Saw that was killed near the end did over 4k, so shout out to that player, and he probably got an ace out of that as well, I wouldn't be surprised. And another Skoda did nearly 3k, so yeah, so a couple of good players in the other team, but in the end, really not enough to withstand Kirjiel's influence on the game. Now, he fired 16 shots, 14 hit, and every hit penetrated, so excellent shot selection. He fired pretty much standard ammo all the way, I'm pretty sure. Pulled in a great deal of credits there, making a profit of 193, so really excellent result there as well. Anyway, thanks for the content, Kirj, really appreciate that. If you're watching this and you really like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing that. We'd have more great content to follow, and thanks for watching.